Hi guys, happy Saturday. So, I want to talk to you guys about meal prepping for the simple folk. Okay, so I know that there are some people who love meal prepping and they're really great at it, and they can, they are willing to dedicate, an hour or so to prepping their meals for the upcoming week. That's not me. And I'm just going to be honest. And the reason that I want to share this side of meal prep is because I don't want you guys that maybe feel overwhelmed by it or just feel like you just don't want to really do it. You're not that into it. I don't want you to feel like you can't be successful if you're not someone who is super into meal prep or really gets excited about it. Either way is okay and everything in between, but there are just going to be people who are better at it and who enjoy it more. Maybe it's therapeutic for them even. And then there are going to be people who are overwhelmed by it, intimidated by it. And I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to kind of be able to get in the middle somewhere, which is kind of where I am, where I've just accepted the fact that I'm not great at meal prep. And I don't really enjoy doing it all that much. And to be honest with you, the way that our weekends are typically, I don't really have a ton of time. And I'm not making like an excuse there, but there are just other things that for me are a bigger priority, and that's okay too. So I wanted to preface this video with that because you can be successful no matter what camp you're in. So I'm going to give you some of the tips that I use in order to still be successful without doing a ton of meal prep, okay? So first, I think about the areas that I struggle the most. I struggle with sweets from time to time, not all the time, but that's one of my struggles. I love sweets, okay? I like snacking. I'm just someone, but that fits well with our meal plan, right? With the containers at least, because you're supposed to eat every couple of hours. So you are kind of more snacking. I struggle with the fact that I just don't like to cook long, complicated meals. I don't really like to cook meals that have like this huge long list of ingredients in it. Sometimes I'll make an exception, but for the most part, I don't like to cook things that take a long time or that have a lot involved with them. And again, like I said, I'm not the greatest meal prepper. So I think about those kind of things first. So here's how I resolve that. How can I take those things that I struggle with and resolve them in some kind of meal preppy type of way so that I can still be successful throughout my week? So number one, when I grocery shop, I think about things that I can buy that are convenience items, but that are still healthy. So some of the examples for me, and this is where, it helps me. Well, I'll go into that in a second. I buy the big tubs of greens. I make sure they're organic and I don't have to wash them. They're already pre-washed. That's like something I can grab 2 handfuls for a salad for lunch or maybe even for dinner. I've got 2 greens right there because I know that handful is 2 greens. And then I don't have to meal prep my salads for the week because it takes me 2 seconds, okay? Cheese sticks, guacamole cups, baby carrots, snap peas. These are all things that are grab and go healthy snacks that I can just, grab out of the fridge and either, eat it at home, or I can throw it in a cooler if I'm going out somewhere. I can also, these are things that Julia will eat, so they double as lunch items or snack items for her. Beach bars are huge. I love having beach bars on hand, and that also helps my sweet tooth because I don't have to feel guilty that I'm eating something that's like, a cupcake or a chocolate bar or something like that. I also like to have lunch meat, the nitrate and nitrite-free kind. I usually will buy some kind of ham or turkey, but you definitely want to make sure that it's nitrate and nitrite-free. And those are sure, I can make a sandwich with that, but I don't typically. I usually will take 6 slices of it, and that is a red, and I'll roll it up with some sliced cucumbers. or maybe put some, avocado or guacamole in there. Or maybe I'll sometimes put a cheese stick and I'll wrap it up in a couple of slices. So just kind of creative ways like that. And then I like to have veggie burgers. I honestly just buy the frozen ones, and I make sure that they're a good quality product. I do like to get I think they're organic from Aldi, but then I can throw those on a slice of toast with a little bit of mayo, or mostly what I do is my salads that I have for lunch. I make a veggie burger and I just microwave them. I know that's probably not the best, but I don't mind it. And then I cut it up and I throw it on my salad, and it really gives my salad like a nice flavor. So, and then for kids, for Julia, I always have squeezed applesauce on hand and squeezed yogurts. I make sure those are organic too. And those are easy things that I can throw in her lunch as well for a snack, or that she can have when she gets home from school. So those are just a couple of examples of some of the grocery shopping that I do for convenience items. I also keep track of all of my food, other than like produce and things, but like my pantry items, my perishable items. I keep track of those in an app. It's just an app that I have called the Grocery List. It's really super simple. And I keep track of the item. I have it categorized by like if it's frozen, if it's a meat, if it's a condiment of some sort, and then the expiration date I put in there too. Yes, it took me a little while to get that set up, but I've been doing it for years now, and I still have that list maintained. So it's easier when I go grocery shopping. I don't have to go through all of my pantry or all of my items in the pantry, all of my items in the fridge, because I have it tracked in there. So just a little tip right there. So I try to make things that I know if I'm going to do any type of meal prep, which I usually do something, even if it's something small. I always try to make sure that we have things that we can use for leftovers for a day or two. You can make a double batch of something. So you've got to go through those Fixate recipes in BOD, guys. They are so good, and they're so nice because they already have your container counts there for you. You don't have to think about it. I know that you're not always going to make Fixate recipes, but you should really try to incorporate some of those. Take some time to look through the Fixate recipe list and pick a few, and then maybe just make one a week. Again, I try to make things that I know are going to help me with my struggle points. So the flourless brownies are amazing, and that's a healthy treat that you can have throughout the week if you're somebody who loves sweets like me. The banana oatmeal cookies are amazing as well, and these are both super easy to make. One that I haven't made yet, but I've been wanting to, is Autumn's banana apple muffins. Those are a great breakfast item. And then like I said, I try to make things that I can have throughout the week for leftovers. So a couple of goodies of my favorites are the one pot bean and sausage stew. Really easy. You can so they call for gelatin in a few of their recipes throughout. Just get it. You can get it anywhere. Just get it, and then that box will last you a while, and you can use it for several of their recipes. Just a little tip there. That was one of those things I was overwhelmed about. I was like, gelatin? And then I just went to like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, and it was right there, and you buy it, and then you have it for a while. I also, if you make a batch of ground turkey, you can then make maybe make like 2 pounds of ground turkey, and then you can make a couple of recipes that have turkey in them. So a couple of my favorites are turkey chili, the turkey sloppy joes, and the turkey taco lettuce wraps. So you can make batches of things and use them in different things throughout the week. Quinoa or brown rice, one of my favorites using quinoa. It's a great lunch or dinner is the quinoa tabbouleh bowls. They're super simple, and if you have the quinoa already made, you can just throw the other items in there. I will also sometimes make scrambled eggs. Now, you might not be able to have that all week, but you can have it for a couple of days. The Southwest Breakfast Scramble in Fixate is really, really yummy. They also have egg cups. I make hard-boiled eggs. What else? So yeah, just keep it simple. Make things that you can make a big batch of and keep them throughout the week, like sweet potatoes. You can make the quinoa brown rice, the ground turkey, the scrambled eggs. You can slice cucumbers up. Doesn't have to be complicated. So just wanted to share all of that. I hope that it's helpful.